Hey, this is Tom Lankering. I want to welcome you back to another one of Tom's tips here. And so today what I'd like to do is give you 3 ideas for success, 3 different steps that you can be taking. And that can be to change your life, to create your life, to do whatever you want to be doing as far as your life is concerned. And the first step is that you need the right thinking. And it's a can-do attitude. It's an attitude, it's a muscle that you start working and start exercising and start strengthening. And so in doing this, that right attitude will trump everything. As you're going along, it's just every day, what are the different things? And part of that, as I've mentioned before in a lot of my other videos, is that it's about feeding your mind with the right things. And start realizing when you can keep cultivating those thoughts. When can you be listening to ideas and reading the books and really taking a look at what you have been listening to and what you watch and what you read. Is it the newspapers and the doom and gloom? Is it the TV? Or is it other people that are negative and have all this lousy energy that's going on? And that is a choice that you need to start making as far as what you want to attract into your life. And so with that, just start being clear, now you start looking at a bigger picture. What is your life going to be? What do you want to create in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years? And start getting clear on what that picture looks like and what those goals are. The next step then, as you start creating that situation, is that there are going to be powerful decisions that you can make. And if you take the moment right now and if you just think about what's going on in your life and what you really want in your life, and you go, okay, if there's one thing that I could do right now that would start moving me towards that goal or that life that I want, what would it be? And get truthful and honest with yourself and answer that. And get clear about what those actions are. And a lot of times we start thinking that, it's, oh, I can't do that, it's too big and so forth. Well, it's only as difficult or as big as we make it out to be. And so if we don't make it out to be, we go, you know what, I could take a little step, and instead of taking a big, huge step to get all the way there, maybe you just start off with just taking one little step as you go along. And as you start working with those steps and start making that happen, then you start moving progressively towards that goal or that idea or that ideal that you're looking at. So these are all different types of things that you can be working with. And I just think it's incredibly exciting to do that. So once you have the mindset, once you start making the decision, then the next thing that you need to be doing is you need to be taking massive action. And that massive action is just being aware of the actions that you're doing through the day. And part of this even goes back to the 80-20 principle, is that you'll get 80% of your results from 20% of your effort. And so, or you have more by doing less. It's really a pretty fascinating principle, the Pareto principle and so forth. And but it's a lot of people are familiar with it, but a lot of people put 80% of their effort in to certain things and only get 20% of their effort. Or the results in their activities and so forth. So the idea is to start being aware of when you're doing certain things. Where do you make that concerted effort? A lot of times a great example of seeing that is with certain athletes. That as athletes are going along, they know exactly when they can get the best results with their best efforts. And so it's that type of situation that you want to be looking at, is when you're taking that action. It doesn't mean 100% of your time you have to be taking action all the time, but just to be effective and efficient with your activities that you're doing, so that you're aware of when you're creating either income producing activities or result driven activities, and these activities should be maybe about 20%, but they're going to get you 80% of the results that you're going on. So these are 3 steps that you can start working with that can have tremendous impact on your life and help you start moving towards the life and the dreams and the ideas that you want to be creating in your life. So hopefully it's given you some idea, and I appreciate your time and your efforts to watch this, and actually the efforts that you're making in your life to make these changes. So thanks, and make it a great day.